it didn't go live. It was playing. It was playing in my ears. Uh, we're professionals, damn it! All right,
Yep.
here we go.
Take two. There we go.
You've arrived at the Texas to Tennessee podcast, your home for your favorite independent artists and a couple of guys you've never heard of.
Who?
It was Texas, it was Tennessee. It was what I had coming to me. You were unlike anything.
Howdy, folks. You have arrived at the Texas to Tennessee podcast. Special shout out to our friends Adam Hood and Evan Boyer for helping us with that intro. Sometimes I just loop it and just let it play because I know how much we enjoyed. So, Soul Gravy, how are you tonight?
Man, I'm doing really good. How are you?
Well, I'm doing well. Got a little chilly here all of a sudden. Feel like it's starting to feel a little bit like winter, but I'm sure it'll be 70 here before we know it. So
it was like 12 or 13 when I went to work on Monday morning, so that was not good. Not good. It's been bearable since then.
All right. Well, those are foul words. Guess what, Soul Gravy?
What's that?
Rhett Embry's here tonight. Welcome in, Rhett. Good to see you, buddy.
What's up? How are y'all doing? Thank y'all for having me.
Doing good. You've been on my little phone now in the last couple of weeks quite a bit, man. It's good to get to chat with you. I'm glad to be included this time, but super excited to have you. And folks, if you are watching on YouTube, we appreciate it. That's our preferred place. Feel free to enter questions in the chat. We'll do our best to ask Rhett some of the zingers in there. But otherwise, Rhett, if you could take a couple minutes and just give us a little bit of your backstory, and then we'll get into some heavy-duty questions.
All right. So, my name's Rhett Embry. I'm from Wilsonville, Alabama. I've been playing music about 5 years now. Got inspired by a dude that become one of my closest friends in the music industry, a dude named Koe Wetzel. And it's crazy how that all started, but I'm sure we'll get into that later. I was a firefighter for 5 years. Did that, got to the point where I just had to make a decision if I'd do that or chase my dreams. So I just dropped everything, left everything I ever knew, everyone I ever loved, and moved 1,000 miles away from home to East Texas to pursue my dream of being a rock star. So here we are.
That was impressive. That was polished and to the point.
I just freeballed that shit.
That's great, man. Wonderful. All right. Well, we get all kinds of intros. So that was definitely one of the better ones I've heard. So a lot to talk about, and we're going to dive into a few of those things. But before we do, Soul Gravy, guess what?
It is time to play the game.
It is. That game is called Why Are They Famous? And tonight's town, as Rhett mentioned, is Wilsonville, Alabama. Wilsonville is in southeastern Shelby County, Alabama. As of the last census, was 1,857 people. So keep that in mind. So, baby, don't knock yourself out too hard. Also, fun fact: Wilsonville is about 4.5. This is something new. About 4.5 hours to you, Soul Gravy.
Okay.
Wilsonville is about 11 hours to me. So you can guess where we are based on that information. And you can also look at the title of the podcast and probably figure that out. But Wilsonville, we have 3 folks from Wilsonville.
So what area of the state are we talking? I know
it's about an hour southeast of Birmingham.
Okay. So, gotcha.
Yeah, so 4.5 hours to you, 11.
Not that that's going to make me know anybody, but I was just curious.
Yeah, just in case. All right. You're, I'm going to guess probably 2.5, 3 hours to Atlanta. Would that be right?
Yeah, that's the word.
Okay.
For most
of 4 or 5 to Jackson. Kind of in the middle. Yeah.
Gotcha.
All right.
Yeah, it's center of the state.
Yep, there's our geography lesson for tonight. All right. We have 3 folks from Wilsonville. We also have 8 people from Shelby County, just because we thought we'd expand it a little bit more. So Shelby's the county that is directly southeast of Birmingham.
Shelby County is the county that Memphis is in too, by the way.
Oh, yeah, I think I knew that. That's right, because I've seen it on the license plate. Totally makes sense now. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
All right, Lori C. Battle is the first famous person from Wilsonville.
I'm not familiar, I don't think.
Lori is a U.S. representative from
Good
Alabama.
Lord.
She's a congresswoman. So shout out to Lori. Howard Hill.
I don't think I'm familiar.
Howard Hill, I understand why you wouldn't get this one, but he was a world famous archer.
Okay.
At one point between the 30s and 50s, he was the most famous archer in the world. So shout out to archery. We don't spend a lot of time talking about archery. I feel like we should. So
I should have listened to my grandpa more.
yeah. He also was a stunt archer for Errol Flynn. I like the old time movie, Robin Hood. Errol Flynn. Okay. Yeah. So
Gotcha.
yep. Apparently that came in handy. The third person from Wilsonville, his name is E.B. Teague. Actually spelled exactly like our friend
way.
John Teague, but
Okay.
I don't know that he's related.
I mean, he might be a Teague cousin instead of a Teague brother.
Could be, yeah. Fair enough.
I'm not familiar, no.
He was a prominent Alabama Baptist minister of the 19th century. He helped organize the Wilsonville Baptist Church. So, shout
All
out.
right.
That's Wilsonville. That's
Amen.
all that I could come up with, and I did scour the internet. So,
I'm surprised you found that much, honestly.
well, it took a little effort, but it's always enjoyable. I have 8 other folks from Shelby County. There is a common theme, and once you figure out that theme, just guess that. All right.
Well,
Drew.
Hopefully after I get the first one wrong, you'll tell me what the theme is, and then we can
Yes.
go from there. All right.
Drew Avans, Avans.
I'm not familiar.
Current player for the Colorado Rockies. Used to play for the Brewers. So lots
It's
of folks.
disappointing when I get current players wrong, but to be fair, it's hard to keep up with baseball these days. So.
All right. Well, this guy isn't current. Just as an FYI, his name is Spoon Carter.
I'm thinking he might have been a ball player.
He was. He was a baseball player. He a little tied to you, Soul Gravy. Well, not this part, but he was in the Negro Leagues, and he also was a Memphis Red Sox.
Okay.
Yeah. So shout out to Spoon. This is the first time we've had anybody by the name of Spoon in the Why Are They Famous section.
That's a great name. I wish
That's
mine,
pretty good.
Yeah, I wish mine would have been Spoon.
Yep. Spoon Gravy. All right. Jim Davenport.
I think I actually heard that name, but I didn't know. I wouldn't have guessed that he was a baseball player.
Well, you are correct. He played for the San Francisco Giants. So, a little bit older.
Okay.
James Hardy.
I mean, that name is like the Hardy name is a lot of different things, right? But I would say we'll just keep going with baseball player until I'm wrong.
Well, you're wrong.
Okay.
He was not one of the Hardy Boys. I'm sure you've read a lot of those. But James Hardy is a surgeon. He performed the world's first lung transplant.
Okay.
Good news, bad news situation. Did the first one. The guy only lived 18 days after that. But yeah, he got a few extra days out of it. So shout out to him. Yep. Joe Hudson. You might have a chance at this one. But maybe not.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Nope. Joe is a driver in the I think it's called the Camping World Series now, but it used to be called the Craftsman Truck Series. So pretty high up in the old NASCAR world. So shout out to Joe. Willie Kirkland.
I don't think I'm familiar with Willie.
Willie also played for the Giants and the Indians. So another baseball player.
Gotcha.
Pretty impressive.
I feel really bad about that.
Yeah, I feel really bad. Eddie Reed. Also played for the Memphis Red Sox. So that's 2.
Gotcha.
They had a pipeline going there.
Oh, yeah.
And then Fred Whitfield.
I'm not familiar, I don't think.
Also baseball.
Okay.
Played for the Indians, Cards, the Reds, and the Expos.
Gotcha. So that means he was at least in the 80s if he played for the Expos.
Expos, yeah,
Yeah.
100%. And his nickname was Wings because he had a very unusual way of delivering the ball. So,
They were running.
yeah, could be.
I'm picturing like his arms flailing as he's running the bases, but
Good news, Soul Gravy. You got 3 out of 11.
that's good.
Considering
That's good. Yeah.
what we were working with, that's pretty good.
Okay.
So,
I'll
shout out
take
to
it.
you. All right, Rhett, thanks for bearing with our shenanigans there.
Yes, sir. I learned a lot. I didn't know any of that. So
Okay, well, yeah,
taught me some history on my own hometown. So
Perfect. All right. Well, this next question is equally odd, but it kind of helps me and Soul Gravy figure out where you sit musically.
Mhm.
So I'm going to give you a pie. It's a musical pie. Not that exciting, but we divide the pie into 4 sections. Those 4 sections include songwriting, recording, performing, and then the 4th piece of the pie is everything that doesn't fit into, that's not one of those 3 things. So everything in terms of the business and the back end and the social media and all those things that everybody loves doing. So go ahead, sorry.
That's the fun stuff.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, absolutely. So the question is, where, out of those 4 pieces, where do you feel kind of the most at home? Where is the place that you go, that's my jam, that's what I'm best
Performing, absolutely.
Performing? Okay.
100%. You can't beat it.
So I guess let's ask the question a couple different ways. What percentage of the pie is performing for you right now?
Like what we're actually doing, or how much I like it?
Yeah. No. What you're actually doing?
It's been tough since I first moved to Texas because I've had to completely restart out here, rebuild my brand and my band and my sound, and just I've went through a lot of life changing events out here too. So
Sure.
it's just I'm kind of rediscovering who I am as a person and as an artist. But I moved out here December of last year, so I've been out here just at a year, and we really didn't start rolling, I would say, up until the end of the summer, and then
Okay.
up until last week, we've been on the road every single weekend. So
Awesome.
we're finally starting to get some traction out here and get a bunch of shows and stuff like that. So
Good. All right. Good. So it's a growing piece of the pie for sure.
Yes, it's growing, and hopefully it continues to grow. So.
Okay. So the next question is, when did you kind of in your musical journey? I'm not going to ask you like, hey, when did you first get into music or anything like that? But when did you know performance was kind of like the thing that made you the happiest?
Our first show ever.
Oh, really? Okay, so you knew it right out of the gate.
We played back in I think it's in Fayetteville or Harpersville, Alabama. It's the other side of the river from where I grew up, and we played at this little place called Hillside, and it's 3 single wide trailers welded together, and it's about as trashy as it sounds, and we actually had a decent little crowd in there, and it was our first ever show that we somehow got. It was right before Corona started popping off, I think.
Okay.
And it was actually that night I had Corona that night, and the next day I tested positive for it. And I was sick. I thought I just had a cold or something and rolled through it. But it was that night, just the experience I got from it, my first time really being on stage. I mean, even though it was a shitty little honky tonk and, 3 single wide trailers loaded together, it was just that feeling, that experience. It's just, I've been chasing that high ever since.
Nice. Okay. So if I had to ask you what comes next out of those other 3, so we've got songwriting, recording, and we'll call it the business, but everything else that you have to do, what falls next in line for you?
I mean, recently I would say our recording and songwriting kind of went hand in hand because we just did 3 new songs in the studio a couple weeks ago, and we did a cover, and I'm not going to say what it is. I want to shock some people with it, but we did a cover of a well-known 90s grunge rock song, so hopefully that gets a little traction from that. But the 2 originals we did, they were kind of half-ass finished, and we just went in there and, kind of me and the band, we slept on the floor in the studio for 3 days and just camped out in there and just dedicated those 3 full days to that, and we come up with some really good stuff. And that was just these last few songs we did, and then the album, when I went in there to record it, I slept on the floor doing the same shit, writing songs while I was in the studio. I had probably 6 of them when I went in and left with a 11 song album. So
Nice.
uh,
Do you
but
do you
go
enjoy
ahead.
the pressure of it, like of going into the studio because it's expensive and like most people
Yeah.
aren't super comfortable not having everything lined up before they get in.
I mean, I really trust the guys that we work with. So when I did the album, I recorded that with 100 Napier, Josh Serrato, Ben Hussey,
Yeah,
and
well,
those guys.
okay.
We just I did an EP with my first band, Half Mile, is what we called it back in the day, and that's just me and all my high school buddies, and we just really didn't know what we were doing, and we dropped a little EP back in the day, and I went and redid all those songs, and I had I think 5 new ones that I wrote too, and even the old songs and everything, they just made sound brand new. So it's just, I love working with those guys and everything. But this last time I went, I took my band in there. We still work with Ben, and he produced everything for us. He was an engineer, but it's just his vision on everything and how he knows exactly what I want to do. It's like he's reading my mind, and he's actually musically inclined enough to be able to do it. I can't make all those sounds and everything. So
Yeah, it makes sense.
but
Soul Gravy, were you familiar with any of those names that he mentioned?
I hear the name Ben Hussey a lot.
Yep, yep.
he is the man, absolutely.
So
So
Ben
shout
and
out
Josh,
Ben if you're watching.
Ben's amazing.
He is.
Ben and Josh were part of that little band called Six Market Boulevard, which
Okay.
if you are a fan of, cross Canadian, that was probably the next natural step, without trying to place them too much in a corner or whatever. That they had a lot of good stuff going on. So shout out to Six Market
Yeah, I
Boulevard.
wasn't familiar until we, until you told me about it. So, and their name, it's come up on the podcast several times from folks
Yep,
recording around the area. So,
absolutely.
which
All
says a
right.
lot, honestly.
Yeah, for
I mean,
sure.
I don't know them and wouldn't know a face if I ran into them in a crowd, but just to hear unprompted different folks come on this podcast saying something similar is what Rhett's saying. It's pretty cool to hear.
And then Clayton, who's the lead singer, is also the one. I don't know if you remember, but when we had Presley Hale on, she said, "Oh, that's my cousin," and her actual
Okay.
cousin. So there's all kinds of layers, as you might
Hmm.
imagine, in the old Texas
I
Oh
do
music.
yeah.
remember that. Yep.
Yep, cool stuff. All right, well, thanks for sharing that with me. I'm gonna hand you over to Soul Gravy for some insightful questions.
Sweet.
All right. So going from the triple wide trailer park bar, which I mean, I think I have not played at that particular one, but I feel like I've played at one something
Oh
similar
yeah.
before.
Yeah, they
Um,
got them everywhere.
yeah. I mean, it's sometimes it's the most fun you can have. It sometimes just depends on the place and the night and everything. But um, the sound that you were shooting for at that time compared to when you met your guys in East Texas and starting to actually find your legs, how did that? Did what you had in your mind, did it change from the early days till to now?
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I started really playing music. I would say my earliest influences are, I mean, obviously Koe Wetzel and I mean Cody Jinks, Cody Johnson, all that stuff. That really red dirt sounding stuff. And I mean, it was very, in my opinion, I was writing very basic songs, very basic guitar parts and lyrics and all that. Kind of just country with a little bit more ass behind it. And as I moved out here, I met some like-minded guys, and I kind of, I've been playing those songs for going on 4 years now. I mean, a lot of the songs on the album, because that was stuff I wrote when I was, 19, 20, 21 years old. So the things I've experienced in life, and of course playing music now, because I was a brand new musician then. I've only been playing for 5 years. So just discovering who I am and my sound and everything, it's definitely a lot more rock, because I grew up listening to Creed and Cinderella and Alice in Chains and 38 Special and Leonard Skinner and Molly Hatchet, and it's just, I have a whole plethora of musical influences, I guess. And as I got older, I kind of learned how to expand my horizons, I guess.
Hmm.
So definitely what I'm writing now is completely different than what people have heard from me before. It's a lot more on the rock side. It's a lot more, and I feel like a lot of guys are going that route. You know, Cole Barnhill, Treaty Oak, Sterling Elza, Noah Bowman. I mean, Jake Slay.
That's what I was going to
All
say.
those
Tomorrow
guys.
night's guest. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just on the phone with him earlier. We were talking about it. He's like, dude, we'll be on there tomorrow. I was like, no shit. That's my boy. Shout out Jake Slay. But yeah, there's a lot of guys that's kind of going that route, and I love to see it because I feel like rock music's hurting right now, and country music's just oversaturated. It's the same cookie cutter stuff. I mean, the mainstream country music, and there's no mainstream rock anymore, really. And I feel like there's a new wave of that coming, and I feel like there's a lot of guys that could really take off in that scene, and it's just I feel like there's gonna be a big reawakening in the rock scene right now, and there's a lot of us guys that can take that over, I believe.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know a ton of them besides the guys I've been introduced through this podcast. But as far as even Koe and Treaty Oak knocking down a lot of those doors with aggressive, rock sounding music. I know yours is a little bit different than that, but still. So when you compared to when you first started trying to get that sound till today, that sound has gotten more traction. Has it been?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Has it been? I don't know. I want to say easy, or because I know it's not easy, but I'm sure it's nice finding all these different like-minded people and you're kind of going into the battle not alone. I would
Oh
guess.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, how I see it is like the way that Cross Canadian was doing stuff back in the day, when it was all that traditional country kind of Texas red dirt stuff, and they kind of brought the country with the ass in behind it, and that kicked open the door for Koe and Dylan Wheeler and Treaty Oak now that's on that run. I think it's just those guys are now paving the way for the next generation of those artists coming in, I believe. So it's history repeating itself, in my opinion, I think. And there's a lot of us smaller guys, I believe, that there's a lot of talented guys right now in the Texas music scene. And it's just there's room for everybody, I believe. And I feel like the genre is kind of splitting right now, and you have multiple different directions you can go, multiple different artists that you can like, and you can appeal to so many different people. So I feel like that way it's kind of gotten easier, especially with social media and everything too. You can just post the right TikTok and it blows up, and then you're good. So it's the game has definitely changed, but it's just figuring out how to play it, I guess.
Understand? Because I was thinking like if there wasn't guys like current guys right now, relatively new, like Dylan Wheeler and those guys, then like it would be hard to get opening spots and things to that nature with more traditional Texas country sounding people, and then you're coming in with your sound. It would be hard to get those gigs. But there is enough of those guys these days to where you can join the carnival and go open for all those different folks like that. So it's cool that it's there's already a little bit of a road there to have to hop on. I think that and I'm sure that builds a mutual respect with all you guys too, going into it together.
Oh yeah, and absolutely. And big shout out to Dylan Wheeler. That dude has helped me more than I could ever imagine. That's my brother right there. So if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be able to do any of this. So
all right, so real quick, and then we'll go to Steve. So in the triple wide trailer, what are some songs that you would have been playing in the first cover band? I'm always curious.
Oh man, cover songs from the beginning. I know we did Stranglehold. That's been a day one. Man, what else? Simple Man.
Yeah.
Sweet Home Alabama, of course, because you gotta play Dinosaur. Hank Williams Jr.
So we're not that far. I mean, we're not in the same town, but it's still the same kind of music that you got to play.
Oh yeah, I did play Queen of my double wide trailer in there. I remember that. So
Very nice.
that was kind of fitting.
Apparently, if you're playing a triple wide trailer, you have to play Stranglehold. Tabo, keep that in mind.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I will keep that in mind. Rhett, you brought up Koe a couple of times. I know there's a little bit of a relationship there that you have with them. Anything that you can share? I know there's a story about a guitar and a few other things.
Yeah.
Anything that you're comfortable sharing?
Absolutely, dude. So we're over at my house one night in Wilsonville, and that's where a lot of the guys have come out. I've been fortunate enough to make a lot of friends in the music industry, and we have a hunt ranch out there, so they would come hunting with us on our property and just hang out and have a good time. But we're out there hunting one night, and everybody's sitting on the back porch. You know, we're drinking, having a good time, and we're passing around this guitar, and it gets to me. I sit there and strum it a couple times. I'm like, man, this is the best sounding guitar I've ever played. And Co's like, you want it? And I was like, dude, you're bullshitting. So we sit there, we go all night, just pass around playing songs. And I had to work at the fire department the next morning, so I go ahead and go to bed. And when I wake up the next morning, they're all still on the porch partying. So I get up, I go to work, all that. And my dad called me the next day, and he's like, what do you think about Koe giving me a guitar? And I was like, he didn't give it to me. What are you talking about? He's like, oh, shit, yeah, I forgot. You already went to work. Everybody's still partying. He signed on the back, don't sell this bitch, Koe Wetzel, put it in the case and left it in my bed. And that was it. So, and I've played that guitar for the last 4 years, playing live shows up until recently, and I just kind of got comfortable playing electric, so now I'm starting to swap over and play electric on stage now. So,
Oh, nice. All right, very
yeah.
cool.
There's like I said, I'm trying to get that more rock sound, you know. So
Yeah, totally get it.
gotta have an electric guitar.
I don't think we exactly, or maybe we talked around it, but can you talk a little bit about the move to Texas? I know you said you had to get a new band, and but where was the brain in terms of like, hey, I'm going to Texas, and was it all musical, or was it partially something else, or?
I mean, it was a lot musically, of course, because I mean, there's not really a music scene in Wilsonville, Alabama, if you could guess. It's, I mean, unless you're going to Nashville, and you know, my sound's not really welcome in Nashville, I don't think. A lot of us guys that try to go to Nashville get shunned. I feel like.
Understand.
So, anyways, it's just, and everybody I knew was in Texas, and I've been told for years, come to Texas, come to Texas. So it's just, I got to the point, I was sitting at the fire department one day, and I was talking about how I was going to move, and everybody's like, man, you've been saying that for a year, you ain't going nowhere. And literally halfway through my shift, I was like, hey, this is it. This is my last shift. I'm done. I ain't coming back. And 2 weeks later, I moved out here. It was a kind of a spur of the moment decision. It was like, I got to do it now, or I'm going to be stuck in this situation. Right. So
good for you. Well, we're glad to have you, man.
Thank you.
Also, it feels like to me that sometimes the move for, I don't know, you use the term shred dirt, right? Like, you
Yes,
lean into that pretty hard. So it feels like that move is, if you're going to move out of Texas, is to LA. Is that a fair assessment?
I mean, the music style, yes, in a way. I've heard of a few guys from California.
Yeah,
that's doing kind of the same sound, but I mean, of course, it's different. It's that West Coast stuff, but it has a very similar, I guess, energy behind it. Is how I feel.
Yeah. So I think I like Gannon, because Gannon just recently
absolutely
got signed by somebody out of LA, and I know he's been spending some time there and whatnot. It seems like that is more welcome there than it might be in Nashville.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I just feel like Nashville, if you're not the, cookie cutter, clean country, and they can put you on the radio, then that ain't what you want. And I know guys in Nashville that's, some of the best musicians I've ever heard, and they've been there for 10 years, and, they're just getting overlooked. So it's such a saturated market up there, honestly.
Understand. So, well, you also mentioned Dylan. I think he is on the song that we're going to play here at halftime. Anything that you might be able to tell us about this tune?
Yeah, so we're noodling catfish one day in Wilsonville, Alabama, on the back porch, the infamous back porch. There's been a lot of good songs written out there. And so we're sitting there, and I'm going through this situation with this girl I was talking to at the time. And I was off talking on the phone, and I come back, and he'd been sitting there. He's like, hey, dude, I wrote this song while you were gone. I was like, well, shit, play it for me. So he starts playing it. I kind of like his, idea where it's going. I was like, well, dude, I got these chords, and I got this first verse right here. And then we sat there and just put it together in about 2 hours. And this was it. And I went to record it with Ben Hussey in the studio and all that. And at first he didn't want to hop on it. And I sent him the first little demo, and he was like, yeah, I'm going to the studio. I'm getting a feature on that. So
nice. Well, it sounds great on it. So we'll let everybody make their own.
He definitely made that song. So
yeah, we'll go quiet here and let Soul Gravy give it a crack. But here's Make Me Feel.
star, baby, I'm a renegade. I'm my own man, I gotta be free. Say you were different, but you never tried to show me. Well, I hate the way that you make me feel, dying slowly inside, looking for something real. Fuck how you make me feel. Save myself from a mistake. My heart is not yours to break. You always told me what I wanna hear. Better luck, there's always next year. I hate the way that you make me feel, dying slowly inside, looking for something real. I thought I'd be okay. Well, I've got one thing to say. Fuck how you make me feel. Fuck how you make me feel. Well, I hate the way that you make me feel, dying slowly inside, looking for something real. I thought I'd be okay, but I got one thing to say. Fuck how you make me feel. Fuck how you make me feel. Fuck how you make me feel. Fuck how you make me feel.
Alrighty, there you go, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. I've heard it a bunch of times now, but I enjoyed it this time too.
I keep every time I
appreciate you
listen to
listening.
that, I keep trying the little guitar part on the intro. It reminds me of something, and I keep thinking like Sum 41 or something from that time period, but I can't. I still can't. I've been thinking about it all day, and I still can't think of what it is.
The tone and the
Anyway,
cadence for sure
it
takes me
reminds me
back
Yeah,
a
just
that's
few years.
exactly what we were shooting for. Some
okay,
Yeah.
cool.
something that
Well, you
style.
nailed it.
Well, thank you.
I was going to point out to the folks on the YouTube and wherever you watch these things, if you're in the chat, if you got any questions anytime for any artist, please, please let us know. That's one of the cool things about, it doesn't always happen, but it's cool when it does. It's cool. There's your chance to fire some questions at the
Absolutely.
artist. Yep.
I do want to ask. So you also touched on this new music coming out. Do we have any general time frame or kind of what that might look like? I know
Not
that.
particularly, not right now. I mean, we just got done. I think it was 3-4 weeks ago. We just got out of the studio. I
Gotcha.
just got some of the mixes back, so I gotta
Working
send them
through
off,
it.
get them
Yep.
mastered, gotta do promo, gotta film content, gotta do all that stuff. So
Yep. Totally makes
it's a
sense.
little bit longer of a wait, but if you hold on just a little bit longer, I promise there will be some stuff coming out very, very soon to tide everyone over. So
And not to fully give it away because I know you don't want to, but fans of this show, both of them, we appreciate you being out there. If you know the intro song, there's a decent chance there might be something that you would like coming down the road. So,
Okay. All
yeah,
right.
all right,
All right.
stay tuned.
All right.
all
Ghosts
right.
of Gray County come in the chat. That's cool.
Oh, what's up, boys?
Good to see all that.
The whole crew here.
Yep.
Exactly. So one of the things that I like to ask is when you're doing these different opening spots and you're on stage if it's primarily somebody else's crowd, but you and your boys got to go out there and win them over. Do you enjoy that challenge? Is that something that you think about, or do you just go do your thing no matter what? What goes through your mind?
I mean, I'm not. I mean, of course, I'm trying to win fans over, but it's just that's not really a thought that goes through my mind when we walk out there. It's just as soon as we hit the first lick, it just everything goes away, and it's I don't think about anything. I'm not worried about anything. I'm just up there doing it. So
And then,
it is crazy though seeing you know going it up. We did I think 3 shows in Oklahoma City with Dylan, and the first show nobody knew who we were until we played "Make Me Feel," and it's like, oh, it's that guy. And then the second show, there was a couple folks out there that kind of knew our stuff, and then the third show, I mean, by the end of that one, they were singing the stuff right back to us. So it's pretty cool to be able to go there and see the growth and all that, you know. So.
well, that's kind of the follow up question to some of that is when you're on stage and you actually start to see those heads bob and people starting to dig what you're putting down. I mean, how is that? You know, what's that from your point of view?
It's surreal, honestly. I think it's crazy that people actually view me like that. They're just like, you know, they actually like my music and actually like what I have to say. I never expected that. I wanted to play music because I thought it was fun. So, and I mean, I thought I had something to say. I didn't think anybody was going to listen to it. And it's like actually having people be like, "Oh man, I love your music," and I coming to a show and then seeing and all that stuff. It's just it's crazy seeing that response from people. Honestly, it's still surreal. It gets me every time. So.
Like I said, I'm glad that y'all got those people that musically that fits so well that you're able to open up for them. Because man, it would, I just in my mind it would be so hard if like if the only people that you had a chance to open for were, you know, the traditional sounding country guys, and then you got to go up there and try to be yourself.
Yeah,
It's kind of a shitty spot, and then but you got all these guys that were the crowd that's there. They understand what you're doing, which is that's
Yeah.
great. That's great. It doesn't always happen. So
No, it's half the
Oh
battle.
yeah, and there's still those shows sometimes though, where it's you know depending on the band we're opening for, the venue we're at, that our style's not appreciated sometimes. But yeah,
understand.
it's just
Keep in
you
mind,
gotta find that you gotta find that right crowd.
Eric Church got booted off the Rascal Flatts tour too, so for being too rowdy and too loud. So there's so it goes all the way to that, even that far to those people. So
Yeah.
Wouldn't be the first bar I've been kicked out of. All right, so I'm curious in terms of age demographics and the sound that has a little bit of some of the songs have a little bit of a retro feel to them. Do you
Mm.
see a pretty wide range in your audience? I'm sure you're kind of paying attention to who's showing up
Uh,
at shows and whatnot, or is it
Absolutely.
pretty contained?
I would say because my goal is I want to hit everybody in every demographic. I want to make music that everybody can relate to because
Right.
if you can do that, then you get everybody. But I would say our fan base ranges from you know old cowboys to frat boys. So
Okay.
I've seen them all out there in the crowd. So it's our fan base is very diverse. It's just if you like rock and roll music from you know the 80s and 70s, like you know Ted Nugent and all that shit, and then of course you know the dad rock they say of the 90s and all that. That's kind of right where we are, I guess.
I'm sure that
Southern
does
grunge
help.
is what I like to
I'm,
call it.
I'm sure that does help out a lot with the kind of the resurgence of a lot of that style of music. You know, like my daughter's 17, but she knows Soundgarden and Sublime, and even though
Oh yeah, absolutely.
even though she listened to Koe or whatever, it's still those songs trend on TikTok and whatever else these days between Creed and whoever else. So it's cool that that music's not going away or only heard on, unfortunately, classic rock radio is what that would be on these
Yeah.
days. That makes you feel old when they, say Creed on classic rock.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
There's a
hurts my
lot of
soul.
those situations over here.
I understand.
All right, so Rhett, I also want to ask you maybe if you can give. Sounds like you've had some success booking. Any tips or things that you might share with somebody who's was in your spot 9 months ago in terms of kind of how to make that happen?
Don't stop. Be persistent. Be annoying. Send email after email after email after email, and then call them. And then if they don't answer, keep emailing. And go to the venue in person. Talk to people. Make friends. Make connections in the music industry. I mean, that's really all it is. It's hard. It's tough. I mean, I'm still have a tough time booking. But it's just, not having an agent or a management or, anything like that, doing it completely
Right.
independent, it is very, very hard. But just to anybody else that's in that situation, don't quit. You got to be persistent. And
Have you
it'll eventually pay off.
have you found any? And I know every venue's a little bit different, but have you found anything that seems to, I don't know, maybe work more often than because part of doing booking is taking a lot of hits to the face. Like it's just
Yeah. Yeah.
you're not getting the responses that you would hope for, but every once in a
Absolutely.
while you find a little seam in the defense, and you can kind of exploit that or improve your chances. Is there anything that you've done that you feel like, oh, that tends to work better for us on the booking side?
Having friends that have experience in it. That's about it. Yeah.
Yep.
But other than that, it's just persistence. Just
Okay.
staying after it because there's venues that I've hit up, once every week for 2 months and never get a response, and then they have somebody cancel and say, "Hey, we just had a cancellation. How's this day?" And then you hop in right there, and then you get rebooked again because of that. And it's just you gotta stay after it.
All
So
right, I'm gonna ask you to put a percentage on, and you can share this if you don't want to. We'll just go to the next question. But can you put a percentage on the non-responded emails from Ben?
98% of them.
Okay, yeah, all
Yeah,
right,
I've sent out probably 500 emails and maybe gotten 5 responses.
Sorry.
So
yep. All right,
it's
fair enough.
yeah.
The bad part about that is that people that play music know this, but people that just listen might not. It's even that way a lot of times with even cover bands in those bars. Once they get their
Okay.
people, they don't want to they don't want to give anybody else a shot. Sometimes it can be demoralizing even in that world too. So, but
Absolutely.
and considering I'm the guy I'm the dad of the band, I can relate to everything you were just saying. So
Yeah, well,
Yeah, it's definitely tough.
all right, we haven't really talked very much about this topic, though I feel like it's been talked about a lot. Any thoughts on AI? That seems to be kind of
Ab-
a hot topic right now. No,
Absolutely hate it.
hate it. Okay,
Because anybody can do it. If you're writing songs with AI or getting AI to do any part of your music, I don't support that in any way. I mean,
yeah,
I believe music is art, and art is made by real people doing real things, playing real instruments, and it's something that can't be you know generated and just and I don't know. I'm not tech savvy on all that, but I hate everything about AI. I hate Chat GPT. I hate all that stuff. It's just that's not me. So
yep, totally get it. Well, there at least there's a thought that AI actually might be the thing that helps push people back to live music, because
absolutely,
it is something that's completely human and real and authentic and whatever phrase you want to use. But there's no question. I mean, I don't think it's any big secret right now that live music is doing great at the top end. If you're Taylor Swift or you're I don't know, whoever, Zach Top or whoever it might be on the countryside. But it's been a little bit of a bumpy ride for the last little bit, and there's a thought out there that some of this over produced, over compressed stuff that just has an insane amount of melodyne on it is going to push people to want to hear true musicians that build something from the ground up. So we'll keep our fingers crossed that that's
I feel like
what
Oh yeah,
if any of these, if anybody that hasn't been to shows would just go to a show, they'll understand and they'll be hooked, because like, I mean, I know a ton of people that they enjoy the music that they know and they don't want to learn any more. Like,
Sure.
those 50 songs are enough to
Right.
satisfy whatever. But then there's also, there's a ton of other people though that I really do believe if they were just if they ain't got nothing going on Saturday night and find in one of their venues that books independent music and they just they just on a whim go to a show, I bet they would enjoy it just because of the whole vibe of the whole thing. Go talk to the artist after, go get the whole experience, and I bet you would probably be going to another one because usually it's
absolutely.
pretty addictive.
I would make the argument, Soul Gravy, that there are a few things more fun than finding a little bit of an underdog and enjoying the ride with them as they progress to whatever level that is. Like, there are certain bands that I absolutely love that I probably can't afford to go see anymore, and I'm pretty cool with that.
Understand.
I'm happy for them, because I got lucky and got to see them for free or for $5 or $10 or $15 or whatever it was, and now it's $350 to go see them, and I'm gonna go see somebody else for $5 or $10.
That's a pretty good segue to what I was gonna mention. Doesn't have anything to do with Rhett, but one, thanks Talbo, but two,
Oh yeah. Oh, you're welcome.
speaking of underdog, and just had this is Lance Rourke album. I don't know if you can actually see it or not, but he just had a song on Landman this week.
Crazy.
So,
Yeah.
I know. Shout out to seemed like a perfect
Lance is a great
friend of the
example.
podcast. Yeah.
Yep.
So I think it was episode 38. I think is what it was. So
Yep.
anyway,
I'm super happy for Lance, and I hope that he gets to sell $300 tickets soon. I don't know, it might be a little bit, but we're still
I hope I
cheering
get
for
to
him.
see him at least once before then. But
Yeah,
I'm out of
absolutely.
I'm out of the territory. So
Yeah, for sure.
But anyway,
Are we ready to do a little
Yeah.
rapid fire? Because we're heading into our time commitment here.
yeah.
All right, are you ready for it, Rhett?
Sure, let me have it.
You can say no, but
But he's gonna ask anyway.
I'm going to ask anyway. All right. Do you use Spotify?
No.
You don't. Okay.
For like streaming, no, I don't use Spotify. I use
Or
Spotify.
Apple,
will not
whatever,
ask you that.
anything.
Apple Music all the way.
So they have this thing called Spotify Wrapped, and it shows kind of a history of what you've listened to this last year. So who would you anticipate would be, I don't know, 3 or 4 of the top things that you've been listening to when you're in the car or wherever you listen to music?
Recently, I would say Super Heaven. I don't know if you
Okay.
heard of them, but
Nope.
absolutely love them.
Check them out.
Them, Tiger's Jaw. Man, who else? Suicidal Tendencies. I've been listening to them a lot lately.
Okay. Nice.
What else? Rage Against the Machine, of course. Alice in Chains.
Yeah, that's
I
good.
don't really listen to a lot of new music, I guess. I listen to a lot of the old '90s grunge shit, and so.
Yeah.
And I'm finding I'm really getting into the 2010s kind of underground post grunge rock scene. That's really what I'm starting to dig into right now. So.
Cool. All right. I like it. This is a weird question, and I didn't think it up, but you get to start a podcast. I'm sure that's high on your list of things that you want to do. But
absolutely.
In this hypothetical scenario, you get to choose your first musical guest. Who is it going to be?
Dead or alive?
Either one.
Anybody? Prince.
Okay.
I
for a second, I had to think, what is he referring to the band Dead or Alive or no? So
No,
I had to
if
think
I
about
could
it for a second.
podcast interview anybody, if I could talk to any musician ever, it'd be Prince. I think he was one of the greatest to ever do it.
It would be
Absolutely.
interesting.
It would be for sure.
Mm-hmm. I'd have to ask, what's going on with the Vikings?
Yeah, no joke, right? All right. Here's one. You get to have. You can't choose Prince for this one, but you get to have dinner with one historical figure. They don't have to be musical. It could be anybody. Who you breaking
Oh
bread
man,
with?
dude, you got me on that one.
Well, it is tough because
Yeah, I got a deep dive on that one.
yeah, we can come back to that. That's fine.
Yeah, ask me again in like 5 minutes.
Okay. Curious what you see when you play. So you're up getting after it. I want to know what's going on behind the eyes, or are you one of those folks that kind of seeing everything that's going on? Are you focusing in on one person, or
I'm kind of everywhere, dude. Honestly, it's like I don't really remember what's going on while I'm up there. It's like an out of body experience. This is the best way to
okay,
describe it. It's just everything's
kind
kind
of
of a blur. So,
in a flow state?
oh yeah, absolutely. We just go up there and hit it. There's no nerves. There's no worries. There's no anything. It's just we get up there and lock in and we roll with
Just a
it.
reward?
Well,
Yep.
that's when you know your band is tight and kicking it because
Oh
you
yeah,
don't
it's
have
Yeah.
just
anything. You
we
don't have
get up
anything to
there and
worry
ride it.
about.
We just get up there and ride it, brother. It's awesome. I love it. I love performing with.
And that's not always the case. So,
Yeah.
so whenever you have those guys, it's nice.
Oh yeah, big shout out to my guys if y'all are watching. I love y'all. So thank y'all so much.
You're welcome, guys. I
But
set y'all up for
yeah.
that.
What's a speaking of love? What's a song of
Uh-oh.
yours that you feel like you're really proud of, but for whatever reason hasn't gotten much love on the streaming side? What's a
Mm,
song you're like, man, I wish everybody would just listen to this song.
my absolute favorite's "Dirty Dreams,"
Okay,
and I mean it's doing all right streaming. It could always do better, you know.
sure,
But
sure.
just how that song come about, that was awesome. I was working at the fire department, and it was a Saturday. We weren't doing anything, so I'm back there taking a nap, and of course I had a dirty dream. So I wake up, I'm in the shower, and I think of "I'll see you when I close my eyes." My dirty dreams. I'm like, that's kind of hard. So I get out, I call my drummer. I'm like, hey dude, what do you think about this? And he said, fucking write that shit down. So luckily, I brought my guitar to the fire department with me that day, and I sat out there on the hood of the fire truck on the bumper of it right there, and I wrote this song in like 20 minutes, and I fell in love with it. It's my favorite one to play. We play it last in the set, so we wrap up our set with that every night, and it's got. I feel like that really captures my sound and what I want to do, and just the energy and everything that I bring. So I feel like that's my staple song, I guess.
Nice. Well, folks, you have homework. We like to hand out homework every once in a while. Everybody, if you see this podcast, go give Dirty Dreams a stream. Apparently, it goes hard.
I think so.
That's
I
what
think
you.
y'all like it if you check it out.
All right, cool. Thank you for that one.
Uh-huh.
Bucket list venue. I'm sure there's a venue that you have not played yet in the state of Texas. But also, I want to know what a bucket list venue for you outside the state of Texas would be.
Maybe in Alabama.
Yeah,
Outside the state of Texas, would be Red Rocks. I always want to play Red Rocks. That's just
fair.
obvious.
Good answer.
That's the number one spot. Uh, one in Alabama, you said?
Sure.
If you
Or
know one off the
or
top of your
both
head.
or whatever.
I
I mean,
want
we
to play
like
in
to
Jordan Hare
speak.
Stadium.
Oh, okay.
War Eagle, baby.
Yeah, all the way.
I want to play there.
Very nice. Anything in the state of Texas that you want to play?
In Texas, actually, we just crossed that off the list. I've wanted to play Cheatham Street for a long time. We're doing that January 17th with Off the Rails. So,
Oh, nice. Oh,
Very cool.
shout out to Off the Rails. We'll be
yeah,
chatting
shout out Off the
with those
Rails.
guys later. Yeah. Yep.
So,
Yeah.
That'll,
thank y'all
all-
boys for that one. So,
all
if
your
y'all
fu-
ain't doing anything January 17th in San Marcos, Texas, come check us out.
All
absolutely.
your friends come to the podcast. Good deal.
All right. So, have you been to Buc-ee's yet?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. What's the one thing that you can't leave Buc-ee's without?
Man. Either beef jerky or chocolate covered peanuts. But if it's anything specifically at Bucky's, got to be a chopped brisket sandwich.
Yeah, they're
So.
pretty good. pretty good. All right, you gonna add your music to any soundtrack? What TV show or movie would you want your music to slide into?
I mean, I feel like Landman's pretty popular right now. So, I mean, of course, I'd like to get a song on there, but I don't think that style would fit the show, really. I haven't really watched it yet,
singer,
so
right?
I really need to get into it. But I've maybe watched like 2 episodes of it.
Yeah, the same.
Yep.
But I really don't have any particular thing. It's just, I think if it got put in a TV show or a movie or something like that, I wouldn't care. I just think it would be cool that they wanted to use it. So.
If I say sad song, what's the first song that comes to mind for you? Doesn't have to be yours, but it can be if you want.
Powerball by Koe. That's kind of sad.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like that
Good
gets
answer.
it. Dude, Keith Whitley. If I want to cry, I'll turn on some Keith Whitley.
Yeah, that'll work.
So yeah, but I don't really like sad songs. I try to stay happy and positive. So
Okay, all right, that sounds good. I'm going to ask one more. I want to know what the first concert that you attended was, and then what's the first concert that you paid your own money to go see?
Oh man, I don't know. I remember being like really, really little, and I think it was Kenny Chesney. But
Okay.
The first one I can actually like remember and like every little detail of it, I was probably like 10 years old when we saw Garth Brooks. So that was pretty cool. But the last one I paid money to see, man, I don't know. I honestly can't remember. It was a while ago.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, hopefully your friends list you every once in a while. Let you know.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All right, folks, that's the end of Rapid Fire. We are very excited to have Rhett on tonight, but make sure, if you can, go give him a follow wherever you steal music. It would be appreciated. Those numbers help with booking. It just helps all the way around and all kinds of things. So that's your other piece of homework. Dirty Dreams, and go give Rhett Embry a follow.
I just forgot the last concert I paid money to see was Gary Allen.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
That was like a month ago at Billy Bob's. I forgot about that.
Nice. Sure was great.
And that was one of the greatest shows I've ever seen. He puts on a hell of a show.
He's a heck of a picker, too.
Yes.
Seen a handful of Gary Allen shows. He's always consistent and has way more songs than people. I don't know. He's one of my favorite as far as like radio country guys. He's one of my favorites, and
He passed.
been doing it for a long
sure.
time. It's like I think he's in the Nashville area now, but I think he's always kind of avoided that situation, award shows and all those things. So it's
Yeah.
all right. So go ahead.
No, I was just going to say we're set up. I feel like we're set up for success on this one, on the last question. So we'll see how it goes. But I'm rooting
Since
for
there was a
Rhett.
triple wide trailer involved,
Yeah,
this
I think
question
there's a
is
decent chance he's going to have a
no
good
doubt
go.
about it. Well, yeah, this is a shoe in, the easiest question all night. So, all right.
All right.
So this question was started off as a joke on episode 1, and now it is a requirement. So we need to know, what is your favorite Little Debbie snack?
Ooh. Man, probably oatmeal cream pie.
We were in a drought. We needed that. I appreciate that.
That's right.
This was Christmas
There you go.
tree season. Has been dominating the final anthem. So shout out to oatmeal
Hey,
cream pie.
I like them. I like them during Christmas time and all that. But
Yeah,
that's the OG. The oatmeal cream pie, you can't beat it.
I know. Caleb Michael will agree with you. So
Yeah, exactly.